Lloyd Vehicle Consulting. Still not sponsored by Lancaster Insurance. Maybe one day. Good afternoon. Today is still the 22nd of March and we're still at the 2024 Practical Classics Classic Car and Restoration Show, which always thought was a bit of a mouthful. This is part 5 of a Slightly Shambolic Shuffle. I do apologise if I fall over, if I get interrupted by announcements, which has happened, if I get things wrong, which is constantly happening. I'm afraid it's just the way that it goes on this channel. So we've had lunch, but we're back now in Hall 3A. We've finished the auction and everything. Look at some other stands, including the MX5 Owners Club stand. I imagine that's the, they very carefully sort of explained that that's the anniversary of the club, not the car, because the MX5 came out in 1989. So this is a 1991 MX5 Le Mans Special Edition. I think I've never seen one of these before. The most desirable edition of the Mazda MX5. A debatable sentence, I think. But there we go. So we're to the early car for the UK market. 91 on a J. Is that the original steering wheel? Lots of them had like Nardi steering wheels and things in MX5, didn't they, back in the day? I believe it's the UNOS versions. So we're very heavily based around, presumably, the Mark 1s. And here is a UNOS, a Tokyo Limited 1994. Interesting hardtop on this. Contrasting one. Actually, no, it's not just for the NA ones or the Mark 1s, it's all of them. Supposedly, because they've got a huge stand. I didn't realise how big it was. Another NA there being done up. See, we are at a restoration show. And here is something very special. It's UNOS VS2, V Special Type 2 from 1993. I have driven a UNOS quite a few years ago now, 2021, and we did enjoy ourselves, although it's one of the only cars I've ever had that consistently forced the cameraman off the windscreen. Here's an NB. This is looking like it needs a bit of restoration. Those original plates, 52, so facelift NB 2002 to 3. Then could have merging seamlessly into the Marcos Owners Club. Q plate would suggest that it's one of these Marcoses that was completed by somebody on their own. I don't know what type of Marcos this is. There's no sort of information sheet about that or anything at all. Who knows? Look up the registration number, viewers. Another Q plated one. This one's a Mantula 2500. I don't know what engine that is in there. Not sure. Don't really know much about these cars at all, viewers, to be honest. A Manta Ray. 2 litre turbo to 4.6 V8. Can we see a plate on here? That might sort of help out a little bit. No, V8S, okay. Right, let's move on before my ignorance is discovered. Bentley Continental GTC. This one, I can't see the plate on that. I don't know what they're doing to this one. Presumably working on the engine or something. We've got a full diagnostic computer there. That's handy to have, isn't it? Very nice. Beige leather interior with wood. We'll cover it up in a moment though. Blackpool Project engine. We've only got 2 cars on it. The other car they've got on this stand, for many years Rolls-Royce and Bentley were the same company, so it sort of makes sense. Rolls-Royce Enthusiast Club at Rolls-Royce and Bentley Enthusiast. A 1934 Rolls-Royce, a 2025 Landulette from 1934. Ooh, this also got a beige leather interior. Oh yes, the Rolls-Royce of beige leather interiors with wood and piping. What more could you ask for in life. Over on the Revs stand, they have a 1975 Land Rover Series 3. Having some work done to it. It looks pretty finished to me, to be honest. Revs is a very, very, very important organisation. There's a very good video about what they do on Mr. Richardson's channel, Furious Driving. And the Reverend himself, who sort of started the organisation, is an amazing chap. So we're on the 1381 Motor Club stand here. 1987 Ford Capri 1.6 laser, obviously would have been built in 86 because production finished in December of that year of all Capris. That looks rather good. What colour is this called? It looks like Strato Silver, but maybe it wasn't by that stage. Unrestored example, 20,000 miles. Excellent, that looks very clean. And then a Golf Mark 1 Cabrio, yeah, Mark 1, they made them until I think 1993. 1991. See, we're going to have some bit fixed on that, you can see down there. Mark 6 Escort GTI. I'd forgotten actually that they were made in 5 doors. I thought they were only 3 doors, but clearly here is one. This is 1998, so it's the last kind of year that they made these, but the focus wasn't on the market, because they did make these until 2000 in limited quantities, just as a kind of like a budget option to the Focus, and then the vans continued till 2002. I don't think I've ever seen one in this colour before. That's unsurprisingly named the Coupe. So Austin Healey Owners Club stand. Nice 3000 here. The information sheet will tell me what mark this is, I'm sure. Maybe the car itself will. Yeah, it's a Mark III, 1965. Very nice. BJ8. Healey 100 here from 1954. I once helped somebody sell one of these on eBay in the mid-2000s. It has a BN1 like this. Also in this colour. And then we have, I think by this stage, it'll be an Austin Sprite, so 71 only. They lost the right to the Healey name, and so it's just an Austin Sprite. It was the very last year they made 71 only, and then after that it was just a midget. Very nice. Aston Martin V12 Vanquish from 2003. Yeah, very, very nice. I don't like Die Another Day views, but I do like the car that was in it, which was one very similar to this. Most agreeable. Also agreeable is this earlier Aston. From memory, this is early 80s probably, no, 78, sorry, 78. V8 Saloon, similar to the one that Rowan Atkinson drove in that third Johnny English film, isn't it? The colour is maybe not to everyone's taste. Mark IV Escort XR3i Rosso Red. It's 1988. I like the headlamp protectors. That looks absolutely immaculate. As does this Mark III Escort gear. It's kind of similar to the one that was in the first series of Cat's Eyes, isn't it? Similar to this one. This will be an 85 or an 86. The very late ones were built in 86. And then we've got some BMW Alpina action, I think, going on here. Look at this. Very nice E30, E39. But is this the Alpina version? I imagine it probably is, with the badge on the front, but we've got both Alpina and BMW badges. Someone who knows more about these things will tell me what's going on, I'm sure. Ooh, a short wheelbase, all quattro. Amazing, this will be an expensive car. 84, 85 on a B. Saw one of the sort of more normal examples of this earlier on, which is a very different car from this. bulging arches and things like that sort of identify it as the sort of incredibly fast one. And then, ooh, as Mr. Bill from the Power Channel says, this could be yours. Calls Paul on 07798677941. 1989 Porsche 944, winner of the spring final Lancaster Insurance Pride of Ownership. Guards red, I think. So we just run into Simon from Lot 76 Cars, who's only got one day here, so we'll let him continue, and we'll have a look at the back of this Porsche 944. Yeah, so it's. I have got somebody who's offered me a go in one of these actually. I think he's got a turbo one. Could be interesting. However, more kind of me is this Jaguar XJS V12. Yes, please. Oh yes, and wood and beige leather and all kinds of things. I prefer the 6-cylinder one though, because I might be able to auto-run that. This one, definitely not, but it's very nice anyway. 9192, just after the facelift. And we've got the TRGB stand. Oh, hello. I didn't realise that these were all for sale. So we'll have a look and stop me saying, as Mr. Bill says, because that would be very boring for all of you. This one is a TR3 with overdrive, 14,000. It probably needs to be resprayed, as it says on there. I think this is the gearbox that was actually used eventually in Stag, like massively modified, but I think it's similar, which is interesting. And then we've got a nice looking TR6 here, £25,000. 73. That looks like it's immaculate. I mean, it's an older restoration, 2005 to 8, but if it's been stored properly, that wouldn't be a problem. That does look rather nice. I really need to get one of these on my channel. I've done the Stag, but obviously this would be nice as well. And a TR7. Please don't tell. This is even more expensive. This one must be a new restoration or something. 1971 CP. I keep forgetting what CP means, I'm afraid, viewers. But there we go. Yeah, body off restoration in 2019. Oh, the Devonshire Motor Company. I'm not even sure they like me very much, the Devonshire Motor Company viewers. But we'll continue. Right, we need to sort of look carefully at the information sheet. That is a 2012 C63 AMG, £27,000. It has 34,000 miles on the clock. I don't know if that's particularly cheap or not. I don't know the market for these, but there we go. Someone, thankfully, has chosen the lighter coloured sort of interior and sunroof, and it's in dark blue, which would be more to my taste than many of them that are sort of black on black, aren't they? And then an SLK 280, early one of these for this shape. Oh, it's a manual. 34,000 miles. But look, it's below mileage cars, aren't they here? £8,000. It's a 2006. Then we've got the E46 from 2003. 330 CI Sport, 10,500. Reduced to 9,500. 63,000 miles. Nice topaz blue with beige leather interior and wood as an auto. Very nice. That's the specification we like, viewers. We like that rather a lot. We've got Rolls-Royce Silver Sun. It says. Show them it's not a beige leather interior as well, but we'll take what we can get. 39,995, reduced down from 42,995. It's a V12 engine. Yes, it's from the year 2000. Serif wasn't made very long, maybe about 4 years or something. A lot of BMW bits in there, but you know, very much disguised. Another BMW convertible here. It's the next generation on. 325i. I'm assuming that's a personal plate on there. All beige leather interiors with sort of dark wood this time. 27,000 miles. I don't know what year, it didn't say. 14,000. That's a lot of money for one of those, isn't it? Then another SLK. This is a 2006, like the other one. It's a 280 AMG, so it's maybe a more desirable classification. F-Type just finished production very recently. This obviously is not a new one. It's a 2030. It's a very, very early one. This one, £35,000. It's the V8S 5-litre supercharged as well. And then we've got one we can't talk about. Close one there, viewers. Then this Audi TT is a Mark II, £15,000. And look at the back and see what year it is. I like this colour. That's very nice. It's a TTS. Cambridge Pearl Green, 6-speed manual. No, we don't know what year that is. What about this Mercedes here? £29,000 miles. This one, £24,000. 2013 SL 350. Another Jaguar F-Type. We obviously have acquired classic status already. This is the 3-litre V6 supercharged one. It's a bit less powerful than the V8. Again, a 2013, 27.5. And then we've got another one we can't talk about. Not doing well, viewers. No wonder they don't like me on that stand. Let's see if Hurst Park Classic Cars produce slightly less disturbing results for me. I'll look at their stock. 174 MGB GT V8 Roadster. It's been reshelled. I suppose if you want one with a heritage shell, it is expensive. That's a bit interesting though, because there weren't any V8 Roadsters ever made. It was just coupes. Don't know what's going on there, viewers. Ooh, sold. A Jaguar. I think this is an XK120, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. There's some information about it. It's 1954. It was £140,000, but someone just bought it, so you can't have it. Another one of these E46 3 Series convertibles, 325i. This is even better. Look at this beige leather interior wood combination. That is ideal. How much is this one? It is £13,500. Is it 2004? Quite nice. Then Bentley Continental Flying Spur 2007, 29,995. I don't know about this interior colour combination. Yeah, I don't know about that. This is a lighter interior in my opinion. Never mind. Jaguar Mark II 3.4, 1966. Oh, now that's better, isn't it? That's the sort of interior we like. Yes. Beige leather interior. Automatic with power steering, £37,500. The thing is, like, automatic cars with power steering like this are more desirable now, really, because a lot of people don't really want the hassle of having to deal with really heavy steering and awkward old transmissions with no synchromesh on first when we have classic cars. And I agree with that entirely. Mercedes CLK 200 Elegant, 17,000 miles only. Where do we find this stuff? We're always finding things like this. £11,000. It is a 2004 Mercedes-Benz Dorchester. So it's been in the family from new. Beige leather interior with wood. I think this was the base model for the CLKs at this time. Original plates, there we go. It's pretty nice. It's just, yeah, I can't afford that myself. Mercedes-Benz 380 SL, Ooh, yes, we're doing well in this part, aren't we? Someone loves beige leather interiors with wood at this dealership. This is an 85. SW17, that's down into the Wandsworth area, I think. Air conditioning, £40,000. Can't afford that one either. Can I afford this SL here? 14,000, no. 95. This is a facelift one. Ignore the number plate, that's probably a personal one. This is the SL320. And it's got a beige leather interior as well. Excellent. Ooh, and wood, yes. Better. Much better. See that, it doesn't have the later rear lamps on it. Maybe they came a bit after that. Last one on this stand is this Mini Cooper. What's that, like a 91, 92, 91. That is one of the last carburetors in 92. They introduced the fuel injection, which was required to run the car with CAT by January 93. That is 17,995. Got some more dealers over this side. Here we have a 2010 Mercedes-Benz 500 SL, 5.5 V8. This is just sold. And then next to it, it's good to see. Is that really forbidden fuel one? Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Why on earth would you do that? Why would you order one of those cars with an engine that we can't talk about? Equally, this big Touareg has also got one we can't talk about in it. So we shall move on to the next bit. Ooh, an Alfa Romeo 1750 Berliner. 1968. Interesting. Right-hand drive UK spec. Like so many of these Alphas at the time, it's got this gear shift that's not very well positioned. If you've got like relatively long legs, it's just in the wrong place, which is annoying. But never mind. I mean, that would still be a nice car to have. It's very clean. Then a Mark III Supra. Second one we've seen actually today. It's a turbo. Wow. Manual. Now that's a desirable specification here, isn't it? Interesting. To see what year it is, the information sheet will tell me. It's a 1990, like the white one was at the auction actually. That one obviously is a bit faster with a turbo engine. And presuming now about 595C. No, it's before the 595, it's just called the 500C, which it was for a time, from about 2008 when they were introduced. It says it's 7995, okay. I think I'm more interested personally in this 2010 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10 FQ400. Number 17 of 35. Price is 79,995. I drove one of these on a track. It wasn't an FQ400. It was probably a lesser model, but yes, I didn't realise they were that expensive, viewers. Maybe just because they didn't make them anymore. I don't know. A Lancia Delta. This one is a 91 HF Integrale. So why has it got a G plate on it then? Oh right, okay, so right, it's first source was in 1991. Just don't understand why. Okay, never mind. 35,000 that one, and then yes, look at this. This is interesting, isn't it? That is a Simca 1000 or Simca 1000.
It's a man.
Yeah, that's a rare car. Yeah, 1000 GLS. From the Jersey Steam Museum, 4995. Don't know whether that's the right price of that sort of thing or not, viewers. Who knows? Right, the last stand in this bit of the hall. Actually, there's another one sort of crossover bit, but the last stand of this bit of the hall is historic rally group, historic marathon rally group with some land crabs. 1968 Austin 800 Land Crab. If it's seen it before, I think, several times. It does come to quite a few shows, this car. Wilson's MOT Centre in Epsom probably with a sponsor. That's like a 20-odd minute walk from where actually I used to live. Another land crab here. Let's make sure we don't fall over or anything as we're walking around here. There we go. And then land crab Ute, I think, supposed to be like an Australian one from 1970. So why is it on 16G automatic version? Australian made, imported from Melbourne in 2023. So why, if it's 1970, it should be like an H. It shouldn't be a G. But I don't make the rules, do I, viewers? Interesting. Okay, so we've got this bit to do as well. What actually are these? Are these some kind of conversions or something? It is. Make me an offer. 078 100 768 825. 2018 DAX Euro. The deal on maybe like a replica. Yes, I've heard of that kit before. Heads for BX with 7 plate. And then we've got something that looks equally fast. Ooh, a Mazda MX-5 engine, I think, in this one. Whatever this is, there's no information sheet about it. And then very early UNOS on a G plate, so that makes it an 89 or a 90 with some modifications. A bit faster probably than the original. I think 1.6 originally was in these cars. There we go, very nice. Marin is blue, that colour. Then also got some stuff down here, but this 1800 XL Escort has been everywhere. I've seen this so many times at the shows at the NEC. 3273. Doesn't even have an information sheet on it. No, it doesn't. This one doesn't have the Escort 1300 GT 1970. This one though is a 4-door with the rear handles removed. So it looks more like a 2-door. I don't know how I feel about that or not really. Not quite sure. Ooh, a Ford Capri Mark III. Excellent. Yes, a little Ford emblem in here. I forget what. It's Oyster Gold and Solar Gold, this colour, I forget. 1981 Capri 2-litre S. Similar to the cars used in the very last series of professionals that was made in 1981. But not broadcast till 83. And then this is a Cortina Crusader, been 82. The wheels I think are off some kind of Capri or something, I'm not quite sure. Still got the original 2-litre Pinto engine in it, the double had originally. It's also been upgraded to a 5-speed manual Type 9 gearbox, which would have been original, but it's a good idea really. Another one of these replicas. 35 Cobras in stock. Total head turners is what this is called. It's a bit further away this camera than I thought I would. It's at 39,905. Oh, a Fiat 500 Gamine by Vignale. It's a right-hand drive one as well. Absolutely and utterly crazy. 68, 69. It's coral is the name of that colour. Then we have a Messerschmitt replica, registered in 2001. More child friendly stuff. Porsche, quite present here, aren't they, this time? 1988 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL, 4995, and then Ford Escort RS 2000 Mark II, 42995. Oh my gosh. Yeah, if Martin Shaw had kept that Escort from professionals, it would have been a rich man, wouldn't it? Because it wasn't his in the show anyway. 1968 Triumph TR5, Surrey Top Heritage Certificate, 59905. And then matching numbers, Series 1 E-Type, so very sort of early one with the outside bonnet lock, 149,995. Okay, we'll better move away viewers and get some more affordable. Unfortunately, the 2018 Aerial Atom 3.5R is not. It's £70,000. I think that's enough, viewers. I better go and lie down somewhere before my head can't take it. Thank you ever so much indeed once again for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment below, and we shall see you again very soon for some more incorrect information.